Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I have my first guest, and it's Cory, and my husband, and I'm super shy. I'm just kidding.
It's me.
It's my husband. So
I'm a husband.
And I'm a wife. So this is us, and we're here. We're getting ready to record. Well, we are recording now, but we kind of decided to do this last minute, I guess. I don't know. We had planned to do an episode about pornography, lust, and accountability.
A bunch of deep stuff.
A bunch of deep things, you know? So that was the plan, but then after some thought and just, you know, cooking up things in my mind, I'm like, I think I want to wait. 'Cause I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like,
Get a little more things in place first.
Yeah. And I think you guys will enjoy it a lot more once these things are in place. It is starting to get into place, but I don't want to say too much. But y'all gonna like it.
It's gonna be a good episode.
Stay tuned for that porn episode. Wait.
Podcast about these things.
Podcast about porn.
And lust and accountability.
Yeah, stay tuned for that episode. We'll be joined with like 2 other people.
Bring the music back in.
More than likely. Is this getting weird? I don't even know. So anyway.
So not weird.
So today's episode is going to be super light, obviously. I feel like that's a good way to bring Cory in.
Can't handle too much.
You get to see him for who he is and like just being like Cory. If you know him, you know. If you know, you know. So let's just get into it.
Okay.
Cory, I'm going to give you the honors.
Okay.
To talk to the people about what we're doing today.
Okay. Hey, people.
First of all, actually, no. Let me take it back to the intro. Do you guys hear this song right now? I don't even know how to drum, but this guy is the one who produced it. I think I already said that in previous episodes, but Cory, you made this.
I did. My voice.
Tell me what it was like to make that. Just like, you don't gotta like.
It was really fun, actually. I spent, I don't know, like a little bit of time while Raina was out of the house, and I just thought to myself, I want to surprise her. I know that she's going to be starting her podcast soon. So let me just see what I can, you know, conjure up in the beat lab. I don't have
garage.
I don't have a beat lab. It's a garage.
Yeah. And so you made it.
And I know you like some of the 90s hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
So I tried to use some of those chords, you know.
Yeah.
It just became this.
Heck yeah. I came home. I think I came home from work. So I came home from work and I went into the studio and I was like, hey, you know, hi, babe. And he's like, hey, listen to this track I just made. And I was like, cool. And so I was listening to it. I was all sweaty, you know, coming home from work, all crusty. And then I'm listening to it. I was like, hey, it's kind of cool. I was like, it's kind of giving me like 90s sitcom show, like those like cool ones like Moesha or like Sister vibes.
Full House.
No, it ain't giving me no Full House vibe. It was giving me like those type of songs, you know, like hip hop, R&B, real 90s. I just felt it. And then he's like, check out the name of the track. And then I looked and it said Raina's theme song, and I started like getting all emotional. I shed like 1 tear, but like my heart was like so soft. It was tender.
Thanks,
I was like, oh, like that was so nice of you to do that. But it's funny because I never even thought to ask you, Cory Smith, a musician to make my theme song. So I just thought that was funny of me, and I'm glad that you just took it upon yourself and kept it kind of like a cute little secret. And anyways, I don't know.
Babe. I love you.
I hope you guys like it. I mean, I don't know.
And the funny story, it's not that funny, but fun fact about all of it is the computer that I made it on crashed like a week later, and I didn't back that file up. So if I ever want to, you know, do any deep edits on the song, I have to. It's not that it won't be that hard to make again, but I gotta produce it again.
Sorry, I'm laughing because your voice is all like in my ears.
I'm in your ear.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's just jump into this episode. Let's see. How long have we been talking about? Like 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
We can put a timestamp if you want.
We will put a timestamp so you don't got to hear all this like little like funny, goofy chatter.
Past the banter.
Yeah. You don't got to hear all the banter that we just finished getting through. But if you made it.
Finished banting.
If you have pressed play and like played it all the way up to this point without like skipping, you're a real one. But we're going to get into it. Like I said, this episode's going to be super light and super like
Fun.
Stupid, honestly. We kind of made it up on the fly while we were just chilling. So this, I don't know if it's a game, but it's just like a fun little conversation.
It's like an icebreaker. No ice needs to be broken, but.
Right. It's just fun. And we're titling this episode Growing Up Different.
Growing Up Different.
Yeah. Should I go with that? Mm-hmm. Growing Up Different. Does that sound kind of good? Yeah. Growing Up Different. So just a little background. I am from Oxnard, California. And Cory is from
Thousand Oaks.
So if you're from Ventura County, you know that there's quite some distance between those two cities.
Because Ventura County encapsulates all of that.
Right.
Technically.
Two different cities within the county, right? I don't want to go too deep into it.
Thousand Oaks is a little bit more. Thousand Oaks is a little bit more. I mean, it's a little bit more affluent.
See, like words like affluent, like I forgot what that word means. Just kidding. I know what it means.
And I didn't think.
I just remembered. Doesn't it mean like higher class?
I mean, I don't know if it's directly related to income, but I think it has something to do with like the people there. You know,
we're just.
I didn't grow up in the super bougie part of Thousand Oaks either.
You didn't, but it's
grew up in
really
like
nice.
the normal part of Thousand Oaks.
You grew up in a normal part? It's so nice.
There's way nicer parts though.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dang, but I still scored though. Oh, is that supposed to be?
Me too. I scored too.
Yeah, you scored this South Oxnard chick.
I did.
Yep. So Cory grew up in Thousand Oaks. I grew up in Oxnard. If you're obviously from this, area. SoCal area, specifically Ventura County, you already know, like, you can already think about a few differences between those two cities. And I trip out that I ended up marrying you. Not you, but like, oh wow, like who would have thought that my husband would be from Thousand Oaks? White boy, not all the way white, but half white boy from Thousand Oaks.
Quarter Mexican.
Quarter
Japanese.
Chill, all right. Okay, come on, just do it for the shit this episode. So he's white, I'm just kidding.
Half white.
And is a musician.
Half white and proud. Quarter Japanese and proud.
Yeah.
Quarter Mexican and proud.
Yeah, he's a beautiful mutt.
Beautiful. And you're a beautiful
Is that
Mexican.
offensive to say that?
I don't take offense.
Okay, well, yeah, you shouldn't because mutts are beautiful. So anyway, growing up different. When we started dating, we started realizing that we grew up different. When I met him, I was like, crap. When he comes to pick me up from my house, he's going to be like, whoa, this is a different type of neighborhood. But maybe he was used to it. I'm not really sure. I didn't grow up in a shoebox or anything like that. Like that's not where I was living at before, like while we were dating. But like,
no, it's not a shoebox at all. No, it's great.
But I knew that in comparison, this is just where my mind went. But I knew that in comparison to like somebody from Thousand Oaks, I'm like, wow, like they might come to the south of Oxnard and be like, it's ghetto. And especially Oxnard being Oxnard, I feel like a lot of people kind of have this like, they make it like make a joke out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know if you do.
I never really knew the jokes until I started living in Oxnard myself after college.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, there's a difference between North and South Oxnard.
Yeah.
Because North Oxnard is by the collection and by the freeway, and it's a little bit.
Right, even within
kind of
Oxnard.
feels like Thousand Oaks.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly. Like,
yeah,
not super like Thousand. But then the further you get to the coast, because this part of California, the coast runs east and west, not north and south. And so the further south you go towards the coast, further south you drive towards the coast.
Yeah.
It's the neighborhoods are a little more compact.
Yeah, really close.
Yeah.
Really close together. And
that's the area that you grew up in.
That's the area I grew up in since I was 2. And I love it.
I've grown to love it too, honestly. It's awesome.
Why do you love it?
Because that's where my in-laws are. That's where my family is. And it's right by the beach. Like,
honestly, we went over last night and we walk outside and it just smells like the beach.
And it was like super like that beach fog was like
beach fog,
thick
definitely.
right in front of the house. It was beautiful.
It was really nice, huh?
Yeah, and then also this is kind of going to get into my list of things that we're going to talk about.
But don't give it away. I want you to. Are you going to give it away?
Can I just dive into it with this?
Dive into it. Let's do it. We're going up different. Should we? You explain it.
I mean, that's what the episode is about, growing up different.
And we're going to throw out different things that I grew up with that maybe he didn't, that I feel like he didn't, or things that he grew up with that I sure as heck did not grow up doing. Yeah, so Cory's going to go first, so and then we'll kind of alternate.
This is one of the things that I love about how you grew up and then what I got to experience just this past July.
This past July?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
4th of July.
Oh, I didn't even write that down.
I'm surprised you didn't.
So go ahead.
I loved 4th of July.
In Oxnard.
In South Oxnard. It's fun. It's a war zone of fireworks.
Honestly, I had never seen it that bad.
It was really crazy this year. Everybody was doing fireworks. Like, there was fireworks everywhere. You just walk out to the front yard, they're going off everywhere.
There was smoke flooding
including us. We were putting fireworks up into the air.
Yeah.
Or our property was.
Well, we weren't supposed to, so we're about to get caught up now.
Caught up. Caught up. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, we tend to do this a lot, so that might be like one of 5 other times. So anyway, yeah, 4th of July in Oxnard.
I loved that, and I don't know if I would be able to say I liked it more because it was just so different than what I had experienced. So
you don't like it more than the quiet?
Well, I'll tell you what mine like.
Let me tell you about mine.
Let me tell you mine.
My dad grilled these hot dogs.
No.
Let me tell you.
I thought I told you this, but
I'm just kidding.
My grandpa, we called him Papa.
Oh.
He would always go to Mom and Papa's house in Thousand Oaks because they lived in Thousand Oaks too. Mm-hmm. That's my mom's parents. Mm-hmm. We would go to their house, and my Papa would always make us root beer floats on 4th of July.
Cute.
And we would go to the backyard. They had a small little patio, but it had a beautiful look to where the fireworks got shot off from by the Oaks Mall.
Wow.
So we would have our root beer float reclined on the backyard chairs, just kind of chilling out there. It was awesome. We did that.
That's a nice view. Was it kind of like your Tia's house in Pasadena?
Actually, yeah, where it was kind of up on an overlook.
And like a hill?
Yeah, and there's like a really good, because you're high up, it's that actually similar, yeah.
Dang.
Very similar. If you're listening, Auntie Lisa, shout out to you, our backyard, and Mom and Papa's backyard as well.
Seriously, the views are really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imagine living on a hill in Oxnard, or maybe even Camarillo.
It'd be similar.
Like 4th of July.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. That'd be crazy.
I know.
Because you would see the war zone happening in the distance.
Or Ventura, duh. What the heck?
Yeah, Ventura.
But then there's like that beach fog, so I don't know.
Yeah, but so that was a difference. I didn't have this. I had a different 4th of July experience than you, but they're both dope experiences, I think. I'm glad I got to experience what I got to experience, and then I'm also glad I got to experience with you this past 4th of July, the Oxnard 4th of July.
Yeah, that was fun.
And with Gianna, that's our niece.
Mm-hmm.
She was
freaking out. And honestly, I was freaking out too. I was getting kind of scared because in my parents' backyard, if you ever been back there, there's like a jungle. There's just plants and trees everywhere, and my brother was lighting fireworks that were shooting everywhere. And I'm like, dude, I was kind of like Debbie Downer, but I was kind of down, she was down, but she was also down.
You were Debbie. I'm down.
Down and down, oh shoot, hesitant, but down, because dang, I didn't want our backyard to catch on fire. I was cool, I mean, it was fun though. There was a lot of fireworks.
So what's one of yours, babe? What's one of your differences that you've taken note of?
So something that you guys did that I didn't really.
I feel like I wrote this one down.
Eating at the table.
Yes, I wrote this one down.
Eating at the table with your family every single night around the table and talking. And I'm not saying that my family was weren't talking to each other. I think are just bringing up, our parents had very different jobs. My parents had different jobs compared to your parents, obviously. Mm-hmm. So you guys had more opportunity to sit down at a set time and talk about things.
Whereas my family only, my mom was stay-at-home mom working in that regard, and then my dad was
when he was done with work.
Stuff.
You guys were already home.
And also, he worked from home as a musician, so both of my parents were home most of the time.
Yeah, and my mom worked graveyard shift. My dad would get home later on in the day, and then. Honestly, yeah, we just
eat whenever we want to eat.
We eat whenever we ate.
There's beans on the stove.
There's food on the stove. Get your food, but then the game would be on. My brother and my dad still love sports, so if a game was on, they'd be like, "Bye, we're eating in the living room." Or my dad's like, "I want to be by myself. You guys are crazy. I'm going to my room and watching the Lakers." So we always just were chilling, doing our own thing. Not that I don't think that produced any I guess, lack of conversation because we all talk to each other, you know? But like when I visited your family and you guys sat around the, like, I know if you guys are like, oh, come over for dinner. I know we're going over for dinner and we're sitting together. Like, it's not like you're coming over for dinner, grab a plate, sit on the couch. Like, you're sitting on the couch, you're sitting in the kitchen, you're walking around. Like, no, you're sitting down and you're talking. And
Everybody's
I just
sitting down at the same time.
And I'm not trying to
Facing each
clown. Yeah, like, I'm not clowning on that because, to be honest, like, it was kind of like a new feeling because, for one, like, I'm like being welcomed into this new family. Like, this is that's always kind of, you know, like you got to get used to it. But then it's like you're all still sitting down for like an hour and just talking and like looking at each other. And like they have a round table. So we're looking at each other. There ain't nowhere else to look but in front of you. And in front of you is your freaking future father-in-law. You know what I mean? so that was something I had to like get used to, you know. But
you love him now.
It's not like it was hard. It's just like, this is new, you know. And I love it because I look at them talking and they're just talking, and I'm like, yo, this is cool. And another one of my points was no phones at the table, because I grew up where it's just like, whatever, like, we're all here, we come and we just have our phones, like, whatever. But like, I remember there was a moment where your brother Alex, or I guess my brother, had his phone out. He was like looking at it, and your dad's like, Alex, put the phone away. And I was like, okay. I was like, dang, I better not bring out my phone. Dang, I'm gonna
There's
get yelled
so
at.
many qualities.
I'm gonna get yelled at by my dad, my new dad.
I feel like I'm like my dad in so many ways, because it bothers me now when I'm like at the table with like you and your family. Like, that's actually, babe, confession. That was
oh my gosh,
it was bothering me last night.
What?
When we were hanging out with your family.
What did I do?
You were just on your phone for like a solid 3 minutes straight without looking up. And I'm not, I mean, but I know that in your family, that's like, your mom will do that. And it's fine. You know what I mean? Your brother
My mom
will
does it a lot.
Your mom will do that. Your brother will, whomever will do that. It's not a big deal.
I'll be doing it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Like, I'm not, I understand, because I guess the family, that's what you're used to.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just because I'm used to it, that doesn't mean that it's good.
For sure. But I was feeling triggered. I was like,
dang, you do, huh? Yeah, he's been telling me.
I was like getting all tense.
Yeah. Well, for one, was it when I posted my mom's birthday singing moment?
I think it was before we sang to your mom. It was, we celebrated Raina's mom's birthday last night. Yeah. My mama-in-law. Yeah,
and I posted a video on Instagram during that time. So I guess that's a pass.
That's a pass always, but it wasn't a birthday thing related thing. It was just scrolling. I'm like, dang, she's just scrolling right now.
Yeah. But I think that
but it's okay.
I think that, yeah, like a lot of families kind of go through that. Like, everyone has different work schedules, so there's not a lot of opportunity to sit down and have those one-on-one conversations where you're checking in with your child to see where they're at, how they're doing. I think had that happened, could you say that happened almost every night in your life?
What did?
Sitting down, having sit-down dinners and talking?
Most nights, unless like there was occasional times when my dad was playing a gig later at night. This didn't happen as much as we got older. He started working more from home and doing less like in-person gigs. But yeah.
So if he wasn't there, then it would be.
Yeah, if my dad wasn't there, my mom would either make dinner, we would just chill. It's the same thing. Talk the three of us, me and my brother.
Yeah,
and my
that's
mom.
my point. Like, sometimes that doesn't really happen. And I think, would you say it's a value that you guys have, like sitting down and talking at the table and eating? Like, I mean, that's something I love.
I definitely see it as something I want in in our future family we already have 2-person family, but then especially when we have kids, 3, 4, 5-person family.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, like I was saying, like to check in.
Yeah, just see what's going on. Hey, how's your day? How's your week? Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And that, I feel like I'm checking myself when we're just hanging out around the house. It's fine to be on your phone.
Like in our new life together?
Yeah, nowadays, when we're on the house and we're just chilling, I'm like trying to be conscious to how much time I'm spending on my phone without not that we need to be constantly engaged in conversation when we're both home.
Like, it's fine.
But it's like, I think of our future kids and what kind of example I want to set for them.
Definitely.
Like, if we're around the house and we're both on our phone, like you're listening to a podcast, I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm just watching a show while I'm brushing my teeth or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
or
like
pooping. Come on. Keep it real.
Yo,
come on. I'm just kidding.
I don't need no Archie comics no more.
No, literally, like, our phones are waterproof, huh? Let me go take a shower with my phone and finish this show on Prime. Seriously. Amazon Prime real quick.
I feel like that would annoy me if my kids were doing that as much. But I'm doing that thing.
Dude, imagine if they were like us. Like,
And
put
so
the phone down.
They're just following our example.
Isn't that crazy?
It's like,
Let's do better.
it's like, dang.
Let's do better. That's weird. Sorry, podcast listeners. That was our hand clap. Hand clapping. It's a thing. If you were watching on YouTube, you saw. Anyway, so yeah, I'm down for sitting down at tables and talking to each other, but
you weren't used to it.
We were growing up different, and I wasn't used to it every single dinner where nobody's getting up. Like, even like there was this one time where Alex, he was
my brother
doing something, like he just got home, or he was already with a friend, and your mom and dad were like, where's he at? And then he walked in and he had this stuff with him and he was trying to put it away, and your mom and dad were like, let's wait for him. Not like that, but like, we were gonna wait for him. And I was just like,
you're like, okay. Why don't we start?
And I felt like I was just like, okay, we're gonna wait for him. And then they're like, Alex, come on. I'm like, wow, they really care. Like, they really want him to sit with us. Like, that's cool. But I was also like, I'm hungry. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think it's cool. I wanna implement that.
I want to implement it before we have kids, so that we're used to it.
We are used to it, aren't we?
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I was referring to the phone thing. We do eat meals together now. Like, we had dinner tonight together. Yeah, well, it was awesome.
We ain't gonna eat with nobody else. And I'm not eating by myself. I'll be like, why you want to eat over there? You better come sit next to me right now.
You're like, your dad would not be proud.
Nah, for real. I'm a tired dad.
I wrote something else down just now while you were talking that I didn't write down before, but I feel like you probably wrote it down. Okay. On your list. You want to guess? No, actually.
No, just go.
Remember the first time we got taco, or not the first time, but one of those times we got Taco Bell.
That's a good one.
Did you write that one down?
I didn't write that down.
So this is another difference. Whether or not, like, okay.
Give the scenario.
Okay, scenario first. Raina and Cory dating, not engaged, not married. We're dating. Yeah. And it's like 11 o'clock. Or maybe not even that late. Maybe 9 and 10. What doesn't matter what time. It's nighttime. Yeah. We're hungry. We drive through Taco Bell together.
No. Back up.
What?
Me and you are hanging out at my mom and dad's house. My brother's there. My nephew, maybe, or one of my niece, or my nephew, and my dad. We're all at the house chilling. My dad's hanging out in his room. My brother's chilling, watching a game or doing something. And me and Cory are hanging out in the kitchen talking. Mm-hmm. Take it over.
And then me and Raina decided to go get Taco Bell. And what we had done previously, what we were used to, it was not even a spoken thing. It's just the last, 5 or 6 times prior, when going to Taco Bell, we would drive through and then park in the parking lot and then eat it there in the parking lot. Yep. And neither of us really ever discussed it. It was just, that's what we did.
Yeah, I thought that was a cute thing we had going on. Like, oh, we go to Taco Bell, we sit in the parking lot, eat our food, put the sauce on the dashboard.
Yeah, but this time, I was like, oh yeah, we'll just, we're already hanging out at home. We'll go get Taco Bell. And I didn't say this, I was thinking this. I'm like, we'll go get Taco Bell, drive through, and then go home and eat it so we can like continue hanging out with your family while we eat the Taco Bell that we got for the two of us. Probably see where this is going. Yeah, I had no issue with that, but Raina, upon me not parking and driving out of the parking lot, she was like, "What are you doing?"
I was like, "Why are you still driving? The parking lot."
What are you talking about?
Is right there.
What are you talking about?
What you talk about, boy? so he he got the food from the window, and he drives, and I'm looking to my right, like, oh, there's many spots out here. It's like 10:30, like, and he just drove, and I'm like,
past all of them.
I was like, babe, where are you going? Why, what are you doing? And what'd you say?
Like, I think I just said,
I'm going to your house.
Go to your house.
And I was like, no.
I'm like, wait, why are you freaking out on me?
I was like, no, you're not. I was like, no, I didn't get anything for anybody. And you're like, so
why did we
why are we buying food for people? I'm like, no.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
And I was like, yeah, I was like, babe, like, we're not going to get food. We're not going to go buy food and come home and eat it in front of people because we didn't get them anything. And then he's like, he was like, I don't know. I think it took me a couple times to like explain that to him, and he's like, okay, well then we won't. We'll just sit in your front yard. I'm like, that's stupid, man. I ain't sitting eating Taco Bell in the front yard. I might as well go in the kitchen. I don't know. I was just like, and then I was just like, dude, no, we can't be doing that. I don't really remember what we ended up doing. I think I just said whatever.
I think we ate at your house, but we were lucky because like your brother had left and your dad had gone to bed and your mom was at work. Like nobody ended up being in the kitchen area, so we just ate there and it was fine.
Yeah, but I was feeling bad.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have submitted more and been like,
no,
we'll
but
do
like,
parking lot.
what was going through your mind? Like,
I
because
just
a lot
didn't
of
get it.
people.
I'm like, what's the big deal? I didn't get it. I didn't understand that it was like a family culture thing for you.
Yeah. So like, if that was you guys, and like you left to go get Taco Bell, like you got like 3 things, and you came home, and Alex was chilling in the backyard.
No issue.
You would just eat the food, and you'd be like,
ring.
"Too bad, brother. You got to eat pasta for."
I mean,
well, pasta's bomb, but like you got to eat what's here, homie. I mean, Taco Bell.
I mean, I might have. If Alex was already there, and I was going and he wasn't, I feel like I had to see myself offering, "Hey, want me to grab you anything, or want to come with me?"
That's true.
But a lot of the time, if I didn't, like, or this even happened with Alex. Alex, he brought like a Subway sandwich home.
He offered you some.
No, he didn't. What I'm saying is,
what?
He didn't offer
He
me
just
any.
ate that whole thing in front of you.
Yeah, but it wasn't an issue.
That's funny.
And like that's usually what I would probably do too. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go get food for myself, not even think to get any for him or my parents.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess. I mean, neither is good or bad.
I mean, I like your family's way though, because when I went that time afterwards, when I did bring Taco Bell home for your parents and brother.
Oh my gosh, that was the sweetest thing
But
you ever
it was
did.
fun. So I wasn't trying to like
that
put
made me
myself
so
on,
happy. There was this one random time where Cory's like, "I'm bringing home like 20 tacos from Taco Bell."
It was that box that had like 4 burritos
and like
and 4
honestly,
tacos.
like everyone in the house like had probably had. I think we already ate, but like you came
We all
home
hung
with
out.
it, and you told everyone, and we all went to the backyard, and we were just eating tacos. Like like
cool.
and it was a thing. Like it was so random and spontaneous and like beautiful. I was like, look at us eating Taco Bell under
like
the stars outside. Like, oh my god, you guys like my man? He cool, huh?
Yeah, I liked that. I mean, and I like what the heart of that how do I even say it? That thing
Just
that
like going to get food.
the thing that your family does. Yeah, your family always offers, "Hey, you want anything? You want anything?"
Well, yeah, because I also remember like my brother, like him not knowing that I'd be there, and he's like coming home, he's like, "Oh shoot, I'm sorry." And honestly, it never hurt me, but like it's just to know that I don't know what it is, but like it's just nice that they think like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't get you anything. Here, have 4 fries, have the rest." It's just like I think it has to do with just like buying food and like I don't know, like
food means a lot.
Going to buy food, like I don't know. I think not that fast food's better than home cooked meals, but like
eating together though.
That and just buying food for people. I don't know. I don't really know how that happened. I don't know. Maybe you can relate out there. Maybe you don't. Maybe you relate more, Cory. But either way, that's how we grew up.
I wonder which thing is more common: eating food or like bringing food home for other people who don't ask, or not really thinking of other people. I wonder which family culture thing would be more common.
Yeah, maybe we can ask Instagram that.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Something that we did, something that I did growing up. Maybe you did this too, but you tripped me out after this one time. I think you're gonna know, but it was during Christmas.
Can you give me a hint?
I'm starting to tell you. It was during Christmas, and we had presents in the back seat in your car that doesn't have tinted windows. Overnight, there was presents in the back seat, and we went to the car, and the car was not locked, and it was like, I was like, "Wait, didn't you have these presents in your car all night?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You didn't lock your car?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "Babe, you gotta lock your car." Like it's the holidays.
I don't remember intentionally keeping my car unlocked.
I just feel that's the point. We grew up different. Like I wouldn't even leave Christmas presents in the car. But I think it was just like out of convenience. But either way, like, no, we lock cars on my street.
I feel like I always lock my car too.
But your car was see-through. That thing didn't have no tinted windows, and you just see Christmas threw up in your back seat. Like, no, like that's you don't do like that's something you don't plan for. What you looking at?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you. I thought there was something right
No,
here.
I was actually thinking about how your skin looks nice.
Oh, my skin looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Thank the Lord. It's clearing up. But yeah, anything to say on that?
No, other than, I mean, I guess it was never a huge, like, make sure you lock your car. I mean, I always locked the car, my you always like the car, but I feel like your
reasons why.
No, I would say you have more of an urgency behind it than I do.
Yeah, well, my parents' car have gotten broken into several times.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's never happened to me or my family.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know what I'm saying? My
That
parents.
hasn't happened to me either, thank God. But, yeah, like on our street, you know, sometimes some stuff goes down. So I'm just like, don't do that. Lock your car. All right, you want to go next?
Yeah, let me see. I think I have one or two more good ones. I already said the going on the phone and bringing food home. We talked about both of those, yeah. Okay, this is a good one. This will be the last one I share, I think. Something that tripped me out about your family.
Oh my gosh.
You might have written this down too.
What?
Something that, because we didn't share before this, obviously. Something that tripped me out was when I was at a family party of your side, and I met somebody. I obviously won't say names, but I met somebody, and then you later told me, "Oh yeah, that person divorced this person who's blood related, years ago." And then another time, oh yeah, that person dated this person, but yeah, they're not together anymore, but they're still coming to the family parties. There's that type of.
Oh, you're saying that you met somebody and you're like, who is that? I'm like, oh, he used to be married to so and so.
Yeah,
and you're like, and they're here.
Yeah, this has happened at least 2, 3, 4 times with different family members, and I'm like, they're coming to family parties still. That still trips me out. Well, not still. I get it now, but that tripped me out for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Because the times that's happened in my family, whether it was like a boyfriend or girlfriend
or a
spouse, they don't come anymore. And granted, like none of the examples were, exactly like your family's examples where,
yeah. Yeah. Every situation is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on the relationship, but
it's cool though that those people can hang out and be cool.
Yeah.
For the sake of, maybe the mutual people that they share.
Kids.
Yeah.
The mutual people they share. They had kids together, and it's hard, especially when you like me growing up with
the mutual people
with the person who quote unquote leaves the family legally. That's not really quote unquote. That's like, it is what it is. Yeah. That's what a divorce is. Mm-hmm. Like when the divorce happens, like I might have grown up with this person. So it's like, you're, and they grew up with even like my family, like even before I was around. So it's like, how do you like detach yourself from these people, like their family, whether or not they're with somebody?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's cool though. It trips me out, but I think it's cool.
But there's a time and place for a lot of things too. I think situations are very different. If you did wrong,
none of the people in
you probably shouldn't be around.
Yeah, none of the people in your family.
That sounds really harsh.
No, that's right though. I think because none of the people that I think of in your side of the family, like who we're thinking of, like none of the people who are divorced but not blood, but they're still coming to family parties. None of those people
are like
cheated
crazy,
or they're none of them are like crazy scumbags. It'd be different if like. There was what's like the word?
Novella happened.
Yeah, it'd be different if there was like cheating and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like I don't know nothing.
Just things that,
but I know what you're saying.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to paint. You can't really be like black and white with it, but
I think just for like exes to still come around families, like ex-husbands or ex-wives who kind of still keep cool with the family.
Or ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends.
I don't know. Do I have that in my family?
I think so.
No, they're probably just baby mamas or baby daddies.
Can't somebody be both?
It's different because they share mutual people. Okay, so I got another one. Okay, well, actually, no, I got a question.
Okay.
Did your mom and dad ever check your homework? Make sure you did it?
Oh, yeah, they did.
Dude, my parents never did. Can you tell? I'm just kidding. No, that's not an excuse for why I am the way I am. I'm just kidding.
I love the way you are.
I am amazing.
You are.
I'm just kidding.
No, she's not.
No.
Yes. Shut down.
No, but like, my mom and dad were busy, dude. My dad trusted me. My mom was just busy.
You think my mom wasn't busy? I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding, babe.
Babe, stop. Babe. I'm just saying, like, my parents didn't care about me. No, I'm just kidding. No, they didn't really, like, I think they would ask every like like once a month probably. No, I'm just kidding. No, from my memory, honestly, I don't really remember them asking. I remember forging a lot of signatures. Did you ever do that?
Occasionally.
Yeah, I did a lot.
I can't remember what I did it for. I don't think it was like field trips. It was probably, I don't know, like I don't know, maybe those like assignment checks or whatever.
Did you guys talk about grades while you're having dinner?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I never did that.
One thing too that was cool. This kind of
I wish. I'm gonna be talking to all my kids like, all right, how you guys doing in math? I'm gonna do that one. All right, how was your Bobby? How was your
Cory Jr., Raina Jr.?
How was your English test? Did you pass? I'm gonna do all of that because I want them to do well in school and I want them to care because I didn't care.
One thing that I thought was cool that my dad implemented with mine and Alex's grades was he incentivized our allowance with our grades.
Yeah.
Like if we got straight A's in first grade, our allowance from $1 a week or whatever it was would go up to $2 a week in second grade if we got straight A's. And he kept that all the way through like sixth or seventh, or no, maybe not seventh, but maybe fifth or sixth grade, something like that. And then, so that was another thing.
Wait, when did it start?
First grade, I think. Maybe third grade. Third grade, I think.
So for like 2 years.
No,
3
like
years.
4 years, 3 years.
4 years.
4 years, 5 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We would have allowance for doing chores, but it was the raise, quote unquote, was dependent upon our grades. So that taught us.
The rate dependent upon the grade.
Yeah. Raise will depend upon the grades.
Hey.
The grades.
Grades are dependent on the grade. Hey, don't you know what I'm saying when I say, hey, that you gotta get good grades every single day? I don't care what you say. I don't care what it takes. I'ma have to crack the whip on you. That sounds.
Grab the whip on you.
No, what A doesn't count when you pass class PE. I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah, my parents didn't really. They would ask, and I'd be like, "Oh, I got like a C." And they're like, "That's good. You got a C. Good. You're passing." Or like, I got an F. Mom was like, "You need to do better."
If I got a C, my parents would be disappointed.
For real?
Not like mad, but they were like, "Damn, why'd you get a C?"
They get concerned, huh? They're like, "What's going on? C is not for Cory." Okay.
Not in this scenario.
Not in this scenario, mijo. No, just No, but they would be concerned. Like they'd be more like, "Dang, what's wrong with you?" Or like, "What? You didn't pass, or you didn't get, like, why'd you get an F? You need to do better. Like, come on, what's going on?" But like, it was kind of like a every so often conversation of like, "What the heck?" And then that was it. But
not super often for us.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Of course, there's a lot of like nuances between that we're not like bringing up, but like
maybe we talked about it a little bit more, and I don't know. I said maybe we talked about it a little bit more.
Who talked about
grades?
it?
Me.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right.
I don't think I have any others on my list.
I have one. I have actually several. Hold on. So
let's do it.
So I remember. You guys were eating burritos with forks and knives.
Okay, I did not do that.
You guys were all eating it like that.
The reason I probably did that was because my parents never bought the larger flour tortillas. They were too big. We would always overstuff the burritos.
And when you guys cooked them, you guys cooked them in the microwave.
Okay.
I mean, I know you can do that, but I just was like...
Okay. No.
That's just my house. It's not everyone's house. It's just, I don't know.
May I paint a more broad picture with the experiential years I have on my family's tortilla life?
Mm-hmm. When they had taco night, they went to Vaughn's and bought the hard shell box.
Where the hard shell tortilla is like
it's flat. Yeah. To hold it.
I'm laughing about that now because I'm married into Oxnard family.
Hey.
Actually, we never bought those though.
You're Mexican. Don't worry about it. And I'm a little bit, I was about to say white, but I'm really not white. But I'm like
married into white.
They call me whitewash because I don't speak Spanish. But whatever. Speaking of Spanish, ¿qué? ¿Qué está en tu cabeza? You speak probably better. You probably know more words than I do.
La verdad, porque yo practico con mis personas
trabajo. Hey, but what's gonna happen when you don't work there anymore?
I'm gonna try to practice.
You're gonna have to practice with me, and we are not gonna do a good job.
Remember when we said, "Hey, we should start speaking Spanish around the house so our kids can be bilingual"? That was lasted,
and we haven't.
Lasted like 3 hours.
Let's just watch like movies in Spanish.
I'm down.
Okay.
Never watches a movie in Spanish.
I know, never was, and they never did it ever. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wait, what were we talking about?
They never did watch a movie in Spanish. What happened?
What were we just talking about?
You're saying, babe, don't do that. You guys were eating burritos with forks, knives,
oh, right. The microwave
plates.
thing. I was going to say the only time that I can recall that we would ever heat them up in the microwave is if we're like heating up, like the meat, the cheese, like meat, cheese, rice, beans, the entire burrito in the microwave. But if it's like we just cook the meat, the rice and beans are hot, whatever, we're going to heat up the tortillas.
We're going to heat it up.
On the fire over the stove. That's what we would do.
And like flip it?
Yeah.
Flip it with your fingers?
Open flame.
Yeah. Oh.
Not on la plancha. Or what do you call it? The comal. No, está en lo comal, está en la fuego abierta.
No, see, this is where I just check out.
I don't know if I said that right. Open flame. Fuego abierta. I don't know if that's right.
Okay, let's do another one really quick.
All right.
Something that I did at a certain age, pretty young, was my own laundry.
I didn't do laundry on my own till college. Mama, I love you. Thank you.
No, honestly, it's pretty cool.
It is. I didn't know that wasn't normal.
Really?
I just thought, I don't know. This is what I knew.
I wonder if I would wash my kids' clothes, like when I knew they could do it themselves.
I feel like we should make them do it.
I agree. So let's do another one.
How many more you got?
I don't know. Tell me what you think about this. Communicating in different rooms, like communicating from different rooms. Yelling.
Your family does that more than my family.
I think it's because it's a one-story house.
I don't know. All I know is that there's times when you're talking to me in a certain volume or tone, and I think that you're mad, but you're not.
That's a big one. That one we deal with to this day, literally.
Is that like a whole other podcast episode?
Probably.
But I was just gonna say that I feel like the roots of that maybe are
the roots
of that,
root of that is
or maybe because of like, I don't know. My parents never liked yelling across the house, but your family regularly, like communicates that way.
Sometimes with the chancla.
No.
My mom used to throw stuff at Victor. He's fine. He's okay.
What did you have to say about that one, though?
It's just that you called me out when I was doing it, or when they were doing, or like.
When did I call you out?
Or I don't know what happened. I don't know if like Victor, like my mom or my dad were like talking to me, and I was like, "What?" And you're like, "Why do you guys yell? Like, are they yelling at you? Are you okay?" I was like, "When did they yell at me? We're just
You're
talking."
like, everything is fine.
Yeah. And then you're like, "I'm just not used to it. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Okay, it's fine, babe." And you're like, let's go hang out with everyone.
Like, can I? Is it safe? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but there's that. That's pretty much all I've got. I also have like one about money.
What was the money one?
I feel like this is a deep one though. Like this could be like a whole podcast in itself. Just like financial literacy, financial like education and all that good stuff. I didn't really get a whole lot of that. I got a little bit of it, like tiny bit, but I feel like you're just more used to it growing up. Like you were introduced to handling your money.
I mean, it was kind of tied in with the allowance thing and with the chores, those incentives. And then with that, my dad taught us how to save, because he would have us pretty much save all the money that we made in an envelope. And then eventually we opened up our first savings account.
See,
and by the time...
What about spending? Like, did he teach you about how to spend your money?
No, he really only taught us how to save. He didn't really teach us... Not that I can think of. I might be tripping. If I'm forgetting Dad, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember really learning how to spend or how to... I mean, he taught us how to give, I think. He talked about tithing.
That's cool.
And talked about saving. But we didn't really talk about spending. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, by the time we were like in high school, we each had, probably a couple $1,000s saved up from just... allowance, and then like at that point we would.
Did you just say by the time you were in high school?
In high school, at some point in high school,
You had $1,000.
Alex probably had more money than me when he was at a certain point in high school than when I was in that point. Because we both had like money from music at that point. I think we were like both doing gigs and that kind of thing.
That's so cool.
I know, but Alex started gigging, I think, younger than me, but he had similar upbringing, obviously, with the financial literacy thing. So, but yeah, we were both blessed to be shown those things mostly by dad.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, very thankful for it.
Yeah, I am too. Because, I mean, I can only teach our kids so much before I'm like, babe, did I say that right? Like, can you help me? Because, like, I remember in junior high, my mom would give me lunch money, like $3, $2 or whatever. And I never spent it, but also never told her I wasn't spending it. And then one day I told her, like, Mom, you know that money you've been giving me every day? I still have it all. Like, I'm not going to spend it. Like, but
really?
my thought wasn't, like, it's okay to spend it, but it's better to, like, just put it away, you know? Like, I was just like, dude, one day I'm going to go shopping.
What were you doing for lunch those days?
I wasn't eating.
Dang.
But it was easier because that was when I transferred schools and I was just like going to be by myself anyway. Like I didn't want to hang out in the cafeteria because everyone was socializing and I didn't have anyone to socialize. Every time I go there, he gets so sad for me. But then I met some nice people. Baby Raina. Okay, don't do that. But yeah, so like my mom was like, "That's awesome. Don't spend the money I give you. Save it." And then I saved it. I don't know what I did with it. But yeah, probably ice cream man. Once I met friends, I was like, "Yeah, girl, you want some hot Cheetos with nacho cheese, girl? Let me get you. I got you."
That was another thing I learned on this side. I had chips with things in them.
Like what?
Nacho cheese, tapatio, lemon, lime. You know, the whole thing.
Heartburn in a bag.
Heartburn in a bag. HBIAB.
HBIAB. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Heartburn in a bag.
Ibiyag. Yeah. Ibiyag.
All right. So I think that's it, right?
I don't got nothing else.
How should I end this? I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry. There we go. I hope you enjoyed listening to this fun, light episode.
Conversation.
It was actually pretty fun. Honestly.
I had fun.
Give me 5. Good job, Cory.
Love you, baby.
You almost hit me in the face with that high five.
But I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. So, thank you for not hitting me. Thanks for watching. Follow my Instagram, Rescued Ray. Follow Cory's Instagram. What's your
Cory Sith. CORYSITH.
Yes.
I don't go on very often, to be honest.
But follow him anyway.
If you want.
We'll get more into why he doesn't really go on Instagram in the porn episode.
Teaser.
No, for real.
I just wanted to hit that other button.
Stop it. I'm gonna you. Wait, what?
I don't know why I'm just kidding.
You guys.
What?
I don't know. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought if you want to see more. What do you want Cory and I to talk about?
What do you want Raina to talk about without me? And then what do you want
him? Because honestly, this is like probably like super entertaining, and like people will probably sit and listen to this because it's like easier to listen to rather than like the Enneagram is demonic. Hey, but you know what I'm saying? Gotta hear both sometimes, homie.
Love you, babe.
Are you shutting me up?
No, I was gonna give you a kiss.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love you, babe. Nah, I'm shy. I don't want to kiss in front of people. Okay, give me a kiss on my cheek. Babe, literally. Okay, we don't have much time. So thanks for watching, and we really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys in another episode.
Awkward.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you mad at me?
No.
I'll give you a kiss. Okay.